welcome to Pixel Bits. Bits.
Yeah, bits.
Bits.
Calm down, I got it right.
Bits of
It's
pixels.
a bit of a pixel. Go on.
Yeah.
Not a full pixel. Just
Welcome
Just
to
a bit.
Pixel Bits, the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 trailer.
Let's start us
Well,
out.
there we go.
Tim took a real big deep breath. Like, the steam is coming out your
It's
ears,
gonna be an ordeal.
No steam. No steam, but I do want you to go first.
Me to go first?
Yes. Because I've been hearing you've got
Let's
an opinion.
preface this real quick. Like, we've all seen the trailer,
Yes.
and we all had opinions of it, so we decided to stick on a camera.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, go see it.
And we'll put a link below the video
Yeah.
on YouTube. But so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Michael Bay produced one. I don't know who the director was. I know he produced it though. But so they're doing a second one of that, and they released the trailer this morning. And I was watching it. Well, first I was at my computer, and my friend said, "Hey, there's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer." And I turned around and I was like, "What? Oh man!" It was the same thing as when I heard they were like, "Oh, there's Alice in Wonderland 2." I'm like, oh, like no. But then I turned around and I was like, and he was kind of excited about it, which was cool. But then I started watching the trailer. I didn't have any sound at first, and I was watching the trailer through on his screen. And I'm like, this actually looks like a fun movie. Like, it looks, and I don't think you're expecting that. But here's the reason. The first one I was super hyped about. I was like, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wanted to see the like the 90s one redone, you know? And I was super disappointed that it wasn't like realistic like the 90s one, where they have like personalities and they actually have like controversy between like Leo and Raphael and stuff, and that it's not like gritty and real and big, but it's still cartoony and cheesy as a kid, but there's little parts of real where they have these little bits, and I like that about the 90s one. I was hoping that this version would have that, and it was totally demoted that. It was like straightforward, like on the first one, April, and it was awful. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like the whole fact that they were her turtles and stuff. I didn't like these tie-ins, and I know that some of it relies back to the source material more, and that's fine, but I didn't necessarily read the comic as a kid, and so I just liked, well, I was looking for more of that flavor, and I didn't get it. It was just an action movie. Now I'm watching this trailer, and I'm like, this looks like a badass action movie. This looks like a fun action movie. And Bebop and Rocksteady look amazing. Like, I always loved Togar and whatever their names were in the second one, the big spiky turtle and the werewolf. And I always wanted them to be Bebop and Rocksteady, but they never were. And so I'm happy to see them. And honestly, if they made the turtles look as cool as Bebop and Rocksteady do, then I'd have a totally different appeal about it, because the turtles, I feel, look like Mr. Potato Head, like Goombas from Super Mario Brothers. The
Did
movie,
you notice
they
kind of started to mess with the proportions and stuff and fix them a little bit from the first one?
Yeah, they definitely did fix them a little bit. I'm glad that. I don't know if we're going to see any of the small turtles. Those were the ones that were really pretty weird looking too. The small kid turtles were pretty weird, but they're just weird off the bat. You know what I mean? But Bebop and Rocksteady, like, that's cool. And I'm like, when my friend said there was a trailer, I'm like, is there Krang? Is there like the Technodrome? Because I would be like down to see that shit. And no, there's no Technodrome, there's no Krang yet, but I'm pretty excited for just an action movie. It's what it is. Yeah. It's schlock. It's gonna be probably pretty B movie bad, but I'm just excited to see these characters. Like the fact that he comes out of the tank, out of the water, and we were saying this earlier, like, could that tank fire in the water? And you're like, are you kidding me? Like, this is a Turtles movie. Like, yeah, it's just kind of fun. It's just it's a tank in the water shooting a gun. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Mitch?
Oh.
If he doesn't want to go yet, we can take his negativity at the end.
I don't mind, like, having another take on it. That's all fine, because, I mean, the TV show that we all know and love is completely different to the comics, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, oh, God. Oh, it looks disgusting. Everything about it just looks horrible. The CG looks obvious and gross, and like Bebop and Rocksteady look crowbarred in, and they look great because they look just like the comics or the cartoon. But it doesn't excuse
Bebop and
the turtles.
Rocksteady look way better than the Turtles.
Yeah, but it's almost as if they sort of wrote themselves in a corner. They were like, well, we've stuck with this shitty design. May as well keep it for the second film.
If they had changed their design, I would have been pissed. Like, I'm glad they kept the purple mohawk with the little glasses.
No, I'm talking about the
turtles.
Oh,
They've
okay,
written themselves in a corner. They're sort of like, oh well, we're stuck with this crappy design. We're gonna have to have it for the next one now.
Yeah, I mean they can't change it too much, but they did do a little bit of a remodel. I do feel like they've softened them up a little bit. They haven't made them so crackhead looking like, because honestly they are
bulky. They were
pretty
sort of
cracked
all
out.
hunched and bulky.
They still have that.
Yeah. And they're not going to get rid of that. I think that's part of the body structure. Maybe through the movies like Batman, they can kind of slowly slope them down, and start forming the like Batman's suit, evolves through the movies. And it's different because of the suit, I guess. It's not the person, but I think that they can still evolve through the movies, and it'll be okay. But it's action.
Yeah,
it's not going to be more than.
But I don't know. I just don't like Michael Bay type films anyway. I think they're a bit of a waste of time. Like. Sometimes I'm in a really good mood for just a really crappy movie, and this looks like one of those. I would not go rush to see this. I would not like.
This will be a 1 a.m. Netflix show.
Yeah, this will be
turn off.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to pay money for that sort of thing. I think it's kind of, I don't know. I also like. I do love the cartoon. I do love the comics, and part of me is like, it's getting raped. Like it's kind of like.
Eastman's behind it.
Getting raped.
Kevin Eastman loves it.
Oh man,
like he thinks it's great. And to me, if like the creator is cool with like a new iteration and he enjoys it, then maybe people need to like loosen the buttholes a little bit. And
was he okay with the Christmas season? Why
you guys gotta bring up shitty Christmas? Let's stop.
Because 'tis the season.
I hate it. But. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, just to sort of cap it off, like I just think everything about it just looks kind of just lackluster and by the numbers and just like devoid of any kind of emotion. The jokes are cringeworthy. The action looks overly CG'd and boring. I don't know. I'm just ugh.
So
that's my.
We're going to preface what Mitch said with the fact that. He's never seen the first one.
Yeah, okay.
You've never seen the first one?
No, I haven't seen the first one.
So educated opinions.
But I'm also like, I fully admit like my opinion doesn't have a leg to stand on. But
it does.
You've got 2 legs. Don't discount.
No, I know, but I'll be the first to admit, like take my opinion with a grain of salt because I haven't seen the first one. But I've seen enough of the first one and the trailer for the second one to know it ain't for me.
I gotcha.
I think it's exactly what you're kind of like billing it as. I don't think that the jokes are as bad as you think. Like, and I disagree with Scott on the first one partly because I think they actually, while they didn't get Leo and Mikey as good in the first one, Donnie it was Leo and Raph that they didn't get in the first one.
You're thinking Mikey and Donnie?
Mikey and Donnie in the first one were awesome. They were much better than they've ever been in Turtles, and they were much more paramount. Like, they actually paid attention to Donnie. Donnie was...
He's always been my favorite turtle, actually.
Yeah, he was much better in the first one. But I agree with Scott, like, the movie just looks fun. Like, it looks way more fun than the last one.
Yeah, it's certainly a very predictable roller coaster ride if you want to go on that. Like, you can go to the movies and just turn off your brain and just have fun. But I don't know, sometimes I really like doing that. Sometimes, a lot of the time, I'm just like...
Would you be happier if the Turtles looked like Bebop and Rocksteady? Would you be happier if the content was the same, but
and here's the weird
visuals
thing.
were better?
I love the TMNT CG film.
Oh, really?
It's
the
so good.
The gummy one?
Yeah.
It's so
it's
good.
really
You're talking
good.
about the one where they like have the legendary Chinese secret thing? Oh gosh, that was hard to watch.
Really? You watching the same film,
gosh,
dude? With the fight scene in the rain on the rooftop?
That's better than the original Turtles movie. That's the best time Turtles has ever been on the big screen.
Yeah.
You think so?
And I'd be
Hands
more than
down.
happy to have a sequel to that. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be the shit.
Maybe I have to rewatch it. I mean, like when that came out, I don't know if I had rented it or whatnot, but maybe I didn't see the whole thing through.
You should
Or
watch
maybe
it
I didn't
again.
really get into it. Like maybe I have to watch it again. But
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I think it's funny because there's a point to be made. I think it looks like it's going to be just like a fun movie, but I also don't want movies like that thriving in theaters, so I don't want to go and pay for it. Although I probably will see it. But it's like at the end of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, everybody's applauding and stuff, and I've talked about that multiple times, and I hated it.
The idiots are winning.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing with this Turtles. It's like they're not making something better, and they have all the capability of making something better.
Yeah.
And so it's like I've got this weird like, that looks like it'll be like a fun Turtles movie, even if it's like brain off and not true to what I've seen before.
It's all down to like, what do you want to support? Do you want to go see this and have
Did you
fun?
know that they're opening up the Transformers movies into a like universe?
Let's talk about that on another one. Let's not do
Yeah,
that
hang on.
now.
We got Tim's opinion to go yet.
Yes, Scott.
Sorry, well, I want by funding these things, that's what you get. The universe of
Yeah, yeah,
Transformers,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, totally. So my first thought is I haven't even watched the first one either. And I didn't watch it because I hated the turtle design.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw it and I was like, oh my god, like I can't.
Hideous.
I just can't. I was talking to McCord today. He was in the office and he's like, you know what I love about turtle designs? They look like turtles now. And I'm like, yeah, they do look like turtles, but that's not why I love the Ninja Turtles. Because they're like these humanized things, you know what I mean? So to bring them back to these little snapping faces and stuff doesn't make sense to me. And it's not something I find appealing in the slightest. And I agree with you on the CG. Like, Bebop and Rocksteady look awesome. They're great. They don't look like they belong in the scenes that they're in. Like, they're obviously stuck out. It doesn't look like it fits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That CG is rough.
Yeah.
But I think that's almost the fun.
off.
Some of the roughest CG was where Splinter was like getting tossed up by those waves,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, I was like, what? Whoa, did you just like give up on that animation? That's a little
Yeah, but at
ugly.
least he's like hidden by some water.
Yeah.
Bebop and Rocksteady are just
Oh,
like
man.
When-
not polished and bad.
When Rocksteady's like charging,
Through the cars, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
like,
like,
ooh,
nope, that was an afterthought. They didn't
Yeah.
finish that scene. The lighting's not done. There's no ambience.
Steve Amell's roller skating.
I mean, I thought it was still fun. Like, I guess I'm looking at it as the fact that it's a B movie, so I feel like the fact that they are kind of placed in there, and the fact that he's tossing those cars out like there's nothing there, it makes it feel kind of funnier.
Well, and here's the thing.
That's kind of why I like it.
It is a B movie, but it's a B movie with $20 million behind it, or however much, because it's probably more than that, right?
Yeah, we should look up the budget.
Yeah,
I'll look it up real quick.
I'm sure it's a hell of a lot more than 20 because the CG in a big art house is going to be. I mean, that scene may have been $20 million.
Yeah, we
You know,
make fun of the turtles, but like someone put like their heart and soul into
Sure,
this, you know?
and
like,
that's the thing. But they're putting it into something that the first one's great because it's gritty, and they allow it to be gritty. I didn't watch the first one of these, and so I don't know if they're going for just comedic or whatever. What I will say is if they're just going for funny action adventure, it does look like a lot of fun. And I love the fact that there's the pizza slinger van. Like, I love the van throwing lit. Like, that's amazing to me. I think that's cool. And if they're going for just the funny, stuff, I'm all for that. I think that's awesome. And I think that that I had another thought, and my thought train was like, choo choo.
Did you find the
Just
budget?
left.
I didn't find the budget for this one, but the budget for the last one was 125.
Oh yeah.
125 million. So.
Yeah, $125 million.
So your
film.
B movie is not a B movie. You're calling it a B movie because it looks like shit.
Well, it's
It's not a B movie.
I think
dude.
this is what they need to do with the upgrade the producers. They need to be like, we're producing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie, and it's going to be like this awful thing. Like, that's the whole plot to it. You know what I mean? Like, people still go and see this because it's awful.
The thing is, like,
So it's
imagine
still gonna
if
make
we
a lot
were-
of money, even
Just
though it's a
imagine
B
if we
movie.
were kids. This movie would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
The Transformers movies
I
would be awesome.
have a nephew who is like 14 or 15. Well, he's like 17 now, but he loves Transformers. When he saw those when they first came out, he was like, "Oh, it's so great," and I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
See, because we have this weird critical vision, like what we had when we were kids was so much better than what these guys are getting. It's not.
No.
It's really not.
No.
The stuff we grew up on was shit.
Keenan and Kel is awesome. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The nostalgia factor absolutely makes it something else bigger in our minds, and you're
Yeah.
right. This is going to be something great for a younger audience. But looking at it from a film perspective, it is a turn your mind
And you
off.
can't deny the jokes are really bad in the trailer, dude. Like the
What jokes were there?
exactly. Yeah, right. First
hey,
of all,
what button do I press?
and they're like, ooh,
That was
as he
literally
hits the
verbatim.
ground. And then
that was stupid.
I just want to know, you guys dating? Or
Yeah.
whatever
Oh
you
yeah,
said.
no, yeah.
that's
I was
dumb.
saying this off the camera too. Like the whole fact that they're like, "What's your name?" Casey Jones. It's like, oh yeah, everyone knows that that's Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like, did you just add that in so that people would know who that is? Because
Some moms
We
are
know
gonna
who Casey
and
Jones
Guess who's gonna
is.
buy those movie tickets?
Who's
Yeah.
going to buy those
Moms, man.
posters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and then, are
One
you
of
saying
moms,
it's like I'm guessing that they're
And
gonna try
also
to make
there's
them a
that dumb
thing.
line where Bebop's like, oh, you guys got jokes too, and then they just start running. It's like, oh,
Who's
get
bringing
off.
the mohawk back? Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got jokes, huh? All right.
Like I said, it's cheesy lines,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
the last one, you didn't see it, but like I didn't like the character between the turtles. But there are a lot of people that said they loved, like you said, you like Mikey, you like Donatello. I didn't honestly.
Mikey
I felt
and Donnie
like
were better.
I felt like they were not cohesive at all. And I feel like in this trailer, they actually look more cohesive than they ever have been in the first one.
I think it was on Netflix or is on Netflix. So you know what? If I'm at a loose end, I'm gonna watch it. But if not, like, I'll make a point to watch it just so I can have a bit more of an opinion on
I'll
the
rewatch
new
it.
Turtles.
All right,
Last-
maybe
last
we'll
up.
watch it.
What's your favorite turtle?
My favorite,
Yeah.
Mikey. Well,
You said Mikey. You can't
I
turn
did
back
say
now.
I like Raphael because I like to punch things, and so does he.
Yeah,
But I like
Raphael's
Mikey
really
because
cool.
we're fun guys.
What about you?
I like Leonardo.
You're Leo. What are you?
Raphael, I think.
Yeah, because I totally love Donatello. I thought he was always cool.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, so.
God.
I thought
Yeah.
Raphael was cool. But
All right, hold
I
on.
just-
That's your
Let's-
suppressed
I
anger.
just tried.
let's-
Yeah, that's my
Let's
teenage
switch it
years.
up now real quick.
Yeah.
If we were turtles, who are we? You're Mikey. You're definitely Donnie.
I'm Donnie.
I thought I was Donatello, dude.
Yeah, you know more about tech than Tim. Get the
I thought
fuck
Tim was
outta
going to
here.
be rap. I thought Tim was going to be rap.
Well, I am not Raphael, and I'm certainly not my own
Leonardo?
Yeah,
I'm Mark. Who are you then? Don't tell-
I'm April O'Neil.
No,
I don't know who I am.
Were you
I
gonna
know
say
that's who
Leo?
you are.
If there's only two left, you are Raphael, because you're a little hothead.
And then he's Leo?
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Damn.
can be Leo.
This analogy sucks.
I think you're Raphael. You're
so I'm
Leo.
hot-headed.
He's he's Donnie. You're Raph. You're Leo. I'm Mikey.
I,
So you don't
I-
change
We're
Yeah,
the Pixel
He's,
Wakers.
he's Mikey. He's Mikey for sure.
All right.
And who are you?
Donatello, I think. This guy.
I think we have to end this episode with like a cowabunga or something.
Is it Cowabunga dudes? Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are we gonna do
1,
it?
2, 3. Cowabunga!